We're still a very young school. We were just founded in 2002, and so we've had the opportunity to discover what it means to be a high school now in the 21st century and what is needed by these particular students in this particular community at this particular time.
The high school curriculum is quite demanding. Specifically, we're trying to develop in the students the capacity to think. Not so much what to think, but how.
We're doing a very intensive subject like Faust, the book. But in studying the book, we're learning about written plays, the history of Germany in that time, Goethe, and we're learning about all this, then that all wraps into a lot of other areas. I could talk about the same things in Faust, the ethical dilemmas he sees in my other classes, like the civil rights classes.
English is a really strong point at Hartsbrook. There's a lot of writing. The languages are top tier.
All of our students have 4 years of laboratory science, 4 years of math. We're teaching science as a way of developing capacities that they can apply in any context.
We've taken some math courses and literature courses that I don't know any other high school students who have taken, and a couple of courses we did in 10th and 11th grade were courses that my dad had taken in college as an engineer.
Everyone was just really so engaged in the academics that it made them much more enjoyable and much more exciting.
I feel like I'm prepared for college.
There are many hundreds of other Waldorf schools throughout the world who have a similar enough curriculum, methodology, and approach that our students find themselves very comfortable there. So we have an international student program where we welcome students from other schools, typically 8 to 12 a year. About half of our student body ends up spending 3 or 4 months abroad.
It's a really interesting experience to have these people come from Sweden, Germany, France, Spain, everywhere. Just having the languages and the people around is a big impact on the school.
You can host an exchange student even if you don't want to go abroad. I think really it says something about how intercultural our school is that 11 out of the 13 graduating seniors went abroad. That's really an incredible rate. Just the fact that we've already been away for up to 5 months. It really sort of breeds independence. No one in our class is afraid of going to college.
It's really such an integral part of the curriculum at Hartsbrook. I came back so much more of a mature person than when I left. I became more aware of my community and my culture.
They will also have an experience in all kinds of arts, in the fine arts, in the visual arts, in the dramatic arts, but also what we call the practical arts. So students don't leave our high school without knowing how to cook, without knowing how to do agricultural work, how to do technical work. They come out of our school really feeling that they are embedded in life.
The arts and music program is great because it gives everyone the opportunity to participate. And it's not only that if you're a theater kid and you're into acting or into musical theater, then it's easy to get into the show.
The all-school chorus sounds like, the selective chorus of a much bigger school. It's amazing.
I love singing. It's not like something I'm particularly good at, it's just something I enjoy. So I love that little morning meeting we have every morning.
Not only do you get better when you sing every day, but you also just understand your voice better. Being uninhibited about that, at least for me, leads to being uninhibited about acting, trying out new things.
Spring musicals we did were always incredible bonding time for the whole high school. It was a lot of fun.
It was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. The kids are remarkable.
This past year when I was in the musical, there were maybe 5 kids that weren't somehow involved in the play. Whether that was acting in it, or helping out musically in the orchestra, or designing the programs.
All the arts of watercoloring, silversmithing, blacksmithing, just everything. I'm excited about going to a college where I'm probably not going to major in art, but I can do art.
It's not a big boarding school and it's not a big public school, but Hartsbrook has great sports. No one goes to Hartsbrook to play sports, but everyone plays sports and everyone loves sports. Best soccer coach in the world.
Just the fact that we actually had a competitive team for the first time a couple years back was really huge.
There was fencing, there was ultimate frisbee.
Before I came to Hartsbrook, I was a theater kid, so I didn't play sports. I played field hockey, and I still can't run a mile, but it was okay. The coach was great. It really was a great place to meet people. And the sports programs at Hartsbrook are like the academics, just exhilarating.
It's a very close-knit community, and that means that everyone knows one another, everyone supports and cares about and is there for one another. And it means that there's a very close relationship between the students and the adults who work in the high school and the parent body that surrounds the high school. And that means that when our students go into a college interview process, they're very comfortable with the interviewer and they're very comfortable with themselves.
I was like, are you kidding me? There's 13 kids in my class, and they're honestly the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life.
I have 14 best friends, and I mean, having one best friend is great, but I can talk to any member of my class and come out with that sort of great feeling.
We had several people join our class in the high school, and they all just immediately became sort of part of the group.
I had a great high school experience. Through Hartsbrook, I made the best friends that I'm probably ever going to have.
If a child graduates from a school like this one and has that sense of, okay, I've got these gifts and the world has these needs, and where do the two meet, and how can I go out there and do something that needs to be done? They're much more likely to get to middle age and old age with a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment.